The snow fell thick that night, covering the forest in a deep, quiet stillness. Inside the small wooden cabin, a fire burned low and steady, filling the room with a soft golden glow. Sarah sat close to it, her hands wrapped around a warm cup, but her eyes kept drifting back to the window. The forest outside wasn't just quiet. It felt like something was there, watching, waiting, in the dark between the trees. "Grandma," Sarah said softly, "why does the forest feel different tonight?" Her grandmother didn't answer right away. She stirred her tea slowly, watching the steam rise, as if it carried a story only she could hear. "Because," she said gently, "something out there is looking for courage." Courage. Before Sarah could say more, a sound echoed through the night, a long, low howl carried through the snow. And into the cabin walls, Sarah froze. That was a wolf. The howl came again, a little closer this time. Not angry, not sharp, lonely. "Is it dangerous?" "Not all fear means danger," her grandmother said. "Sometimes it means something is asking to be understood." The door opened slowly, cold air rushed in, snowflakes swirling like feathers, and there, at the edge of the trees, stood the wolf, large, still, silent. Its eyes reflected the light, not fierce, but searching. Every instinct told her to step back, to close the door, to stay safe inside. But her grandmother didn't move. She simply said, "Look closely." Sarah swallowed and forced herself to look again. The wolf wasn't growling. It wasn't showing its teeth. It wasn't moving forward. It was standing there, almost carefully, like it didn't want to cause harm. Then Sarah noticed something else. The way it shifted its weight. The way one leg didn't fully touch the ground. "It's hurt," she whispered. Her grandmother nodded. "And it came here anyway." Sarah felt her fear still sitting inside her, but something else began to grow beside it. Something quieter, but stronger. Understanding. "What should I do?" Sarah asked. Her grandmother stepped back slightly. "This is your moment," she said. "My moment?" "To choose," her grandmother replied softly. "Fear or courage?" The wind moved through the trees, carrying another soft sound from the wolf. It didn't move any closer. It just waited. Sarah took a small step forward, then another. Her heart was beating so loudly it felt like it echoed in the snow. "I'm scared," she whispered. Her grandmother's voice came gently from behind her. "Courage doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you walk forward anyway." Sarah took a deep breath and stepped outside. The cold air wrapped around her and the snow crunched beneath her boots. Step by step, she walked closer to the wolf. It watched her carefully, but it didn't move. Sarah slowly knelt down, her hands trembling slightly. "You're hurt," she said softly. The wolf blinked, its breath visible in the cold air. Very slowly, Sarah reached her hand forward. For a moment, everything felt completely still. The wind, the snow, even her thoughts seemed to pause. Then the wolf lowered its head, not in fear, not in defeat, but in trust. Sarah let out a breath she didn't realize she had been holding. "You're not scary," she whispered. "You're just alone." Her grandmother stepped closer now, bringing a cloth and a warm wrap. Together they moved gently, carefully helping the wolf. No sudden movements, no fear, just patience and quiet care. The storm began to soften, the wind grew quieter, and the falling snow turned gentle again. Something had changed. Not just outside, but inside Sarah as well. Later that night, the wolf rested near the cabin, its body finally still, its breathing calm. Sarah sat by the window again, holding her cup. But this time she wasn't afraid of the forest. She looked at it differently now, not as something dark or unknown, but as something living, something that could feel just like she could. Her grandmother placed a warm hand on her shoulder. "You see now?" Sarah nodded slowly. "I thought courage meant being strong," she said. Her grandmother smiled. "It means being kind, even when you're afraid." Outside, the wolf lifted its head and looked toward the cabin. Sarah met its gaze and smiled softly. The snow continued to fall, quiet and steady, wrapping the world in peace. And for the first time, the forest didn't feel like something to fear. It felt like something she understood, and something that understood her in return. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more.